Welcome back to the Big Rand Show. Thank you for joining me. If you could, hit that subscribe button down below and let's get right to it. So the coronavirus. There's been a lot of talk about that particular virus over the last few weeks, especially here in the United States where people are just starting to panic over it. But before I get to how stupid the panic is, let me discuss a group of people that I've been seeing on Twitter and Facebook. These 30-somethings, early 40s that are perfectly healthy people talking about how they're going to go on cruises. And I'm not talking about cruising around town. I'm talking about your carnival cruises and things like that. They actually want to get on a cruise ship, even though at least 3 cruise ships now have just been wreaked with havoc over the coronavirus and how it's spread from person to person on the ships. What I want to say is this. If you have a immunocompromised family member that you're taking care of, or an elderly family member that you take care of or you live with, please reconsider. And this is what I'll say for you. This is what I'll say it. Say you go and get on that ship and you have a great time. But say one person on that ship has coronavirus, but no one ever gets detected while you're on that ship. And so you go on about your business thinking everything's great, handy, everything's good and hunky-dory, right? So you go home and you start hanging out with these immunocompromised people or elderly people or otherwise have problems that would make this disease be deadly to them. But you don't know that you've contracted it because you're perfectly healthy and your body's easily fighting it off. But you come home with it, and then you've just infected your elderly or disabled or immunocompromised family member. To which will not have a good outcome. It might be a cough for you, but it'll be a coffin for them. And so what it is I'm sick and tired of hearing these younger people that are perfectly healthy thinking that it's okay to put the rest of us at risk because they don't care. And that is the problem we have in this country. It's not the flu. It's not COVID-19. It's not a virus that's causing our problems. It's the fact that we've become so fractionalized in this country that we don't care what goes on with other groups of people. If it's not happening to us, we don't care. The fact is, these kind of people could end up killing me and other people like me. I can barely fight off a cold. Any flu symptom, if there's any chance that I had the flu, that's a hospitalization. And if I got COVID-19, I'm in that group that dies at a higher rate than any other group. I've seen anywhere from 3.5% to 10% mortality rate for the elderly and other immunocompromised people. So please, if you have any of these people in your life, please reconsider going on that cruise. Now, the one thing that I don't support is panic. And I tell you, people are panicking all over the country. Maybe it's media-driven hysteria. Maybe it's just stupidity and people not understanding. Either that, or Americans have just learned how to wipe their ass and wash their hands. Because toilet paper and hand soap have just disappeared from all the store shelves. As well as all the cleaning supplies across the country are in short supply, it seems like, at most stores. Because people are just now cleaning their houses? Really? No wonder the flu infects millions every year. Maybe if we were just as concerned about the damn flu as we are about coronavirus, maybe we wouldn't spread it to so many damn people and we wouldn't have 18,000 Americans dead from the flu. Maybe we should declare a state of emergency every time we have a major flu outbreak. Because then maybe people will wash their nasty hands and clean their nasty apartments and houses. Yes, COVID-19 can be a deadly virus. For in general, most people though, it's not going to hurt you. It will not kill you. It may cost you a few weeks of work if you get it. In most cases, you're going to be fine. There is no reason to panic and go out and buy up all the hand sanitizer and all the toilet paper and all the house cleaning supplies. Because what's that going to do when you go off and panic and buy it all up? With all these people doing that, you're jacking up the prices for the people that actually need the stuff. People that are elderly or immunocompromised, as I mentioned earlier, they need these things. They need those N95 masks, even though they won't necessarily help you. Those people that are in work need have those masks because they work in healthcare. They work in home health, for example, and they get really close. And so there's very likely that those droplets could end up going into their bodies and into their mouths and stuff simply because of the close contact in which they're working. Hand sanitizers. Who needs this hand sanitizers the most? Not me. I'll go wash my hands. But the people that are out working in the public, your waiters, your servers of any kind, anyone that, shakes hands with multiple people a day. My wife who works at Walmart, those people need the hand sanitizer. The rest of us can just wash our hands easily and quickly. And I do believe we're going to have some major disruptions in this country over COVID-19. Because it is scary to people. It's going to be a problem. We're going to have a few months here where things could just be a little off. It's going to be a little bad. It's going to get bad before it gets better. Now, our only hope, really, is that the weather will have its effects. But the problem is this. When a virus like COVID-19, if it goes dormant because of heat, that gives it time to mutate without us knowing what the hell it's doing. And that means if it makes a second wave in the fall, say the heat doesn't just straight kill it off, then it makes a comeback, worse than it was before. So it's kind of a double-edged sword there, isn't it? Now, a lot of these viruses don't spread well in heat. And that is a fact. But the problem is this virus has spread in Australia, where they're just now leaving their summer months. It's spreading in places where it's been summer. Not massively, but it's still spreading. And remember SARS and MERS. Both of these were coronaviruses. And MERS spread in the dead of summer in Saudi Arabia. We're talking 100, 120 plus. So there's no guarantee that we have any relief. But hopefully, if the numbers are able to come down, then maybe health officials can be able to get more done because they're not focusing on having to deal with so many people that are sick. We can put more money into funding vaccines and cures. But I do have some good news about the coronavirus. It was reported yesterday that the day before, China only had 44 new cases of coronavirus or COVID-19. That means that at least in China, the infection rates are slowing. The problem is that a lot of those people that still had, those 44 people that got it, at least 15 of them were recontractions, where somehow or another they came back in contact with COVID-19. So I think that's really the biggest threat we face from COVID-19, the coronavirus. And it's not the original thing, it's the fact that people are going to get reinfected. Especially if you're not following proper hygiene etiquette. If you're not wiping down your surfaces frequently. And dear Lord, clean your cell phones. I don't care what you have to do. I don't care if you have to take some light soap and water to it somehow, or if you just have to take a Lysol wipe to it. But your cell phones are dirty as can be. Believe it or not, they're one of the most disgusting things you touch every single day. But anyways, just be careful out there. Don't panic. Wash your hands. Keep yourself clean. Wash your surfaces down. Stay away from sick people. And disinfect the things you need to. But don't do anything. You don't have to do anything crazy or out of the ordinary. These are all things you should be doing every flu season to begin with. Anyways, everyone out there, be careful. Don't panic. Stay alert, not anxious. And just remember, take care of yourself and take care of your neighbors. Don't sit there and think that this is just a disease that's going to kill the old people, so you don't need to worry about it. Because remember, I am one of those people who this virus could very seriously take out. And I'm not even panicked over it. Am I concerned about it? Yes. But what am I doing? I'm taking my precautions. Anyways, this has been the Big Ranch Show. I've been your host, Jacob Keck. I'll see you down the road.